So, the myth of Lucifer is the name of Satan. Let's do a reality check. So, grab your popcorn because we're diving into a fascinating world of biblical nicknames. You might have heard that Lucifer is the name of Satan, but let's shine a light on this misconception. Spoiler alert, it's not what you think. The shining star of confusion. First off, let's decode what Lucifer really means. The term comes from the Latin word for light bearer or morning star. You'd think it sounds like a superhero, right? But in reality, it shows up in Isaiah 14:12. How are you, fallen from heaven, O Lucifer, son of the morning? How are you cut down to the ground, you who weakened the nations? This verse is primarily addressing the king of Babylon, not Satan. It's like calling out the office bully during a pep rally. The focus is on human pride and downfall, not a cosmic battle. The case of mistaken identity. So how did Lucifer get tangled up with Satan? Blame the early church fathers. They loved a good story and saw the parallels between the prideful Babylonian king and the devil himself. Over time, the name stuck, and voila, Lucifer became synonymous with Satan in popular culture. But the Bible doesn't make that direct connection. Revelations 12:9 helps clarify this. And the great dragon was thrown down, that ancient serpent who was called the devil and Satan, the deceiver of the whole world. This verse explicitly names Satan, but does not mention Lucifer, reinforcing the term isn't a direct label for this adversary. A bright and shiny misunderstanding. Let's be real. Pop culture has a knack for dramatizing things. Lucifer is often depicted as a suave, charming character, which makes him quite the anti-hero. But here's where it gets interesting. While Satan is often portrayed as the embodiment of evil, the actual Lucifer is more like the cautionary tale about pride gone wrong. In 2 Corinthians 11:14, Paul warns us, and no wonder, for even Satan disguised himself as the angel of light. This verse shows that Satan can appear appealing, which can further muddy the waters of interpretation. And here's a fun twist. In Revelation 22:16, Jesus refers to himself as the bright morning star. I, Jesus, has set my angels to testify to you about these things for the churches. I am the root and descendant of David, the bright morning star. So we've got a name associated with both light and darkness. Talk about a plot twist worthy of a bestseller. So what's the takeaway? While Lucifer may sound like a sinister villain name, it's really just a misunderstood title for a fallen king. The Bible doesn't actually call Satan Lucifer. It's more of a mix-up that turned into a popular myth. Let's also note that not all translations of the Bible use Lucifer. The Bible doesn't actually call Satan Lucifer. It's more of a mix-up that turned into a popular myth. Let's also note that not all translations of the Bible used Lucifer. For example, the New International Version, NIV, translates Isaiah 14:12 simply as morning star. This highlights how interpretations can vary based on translations. So the next time someone throws around the name Lucifer, you can step in with a smile and a fun fact saying, actually, that was just a case of mistaken identity. Remember, it's always good to dig into scripture and engage with these ideas thoughtfully. Godspeed, human.